What's up, everybody? I'm Karama, aka the Blurred Girl, and welcome back to the C2E2 live stage. What's up, everybody? It's Saturday. Now, I'm here with legendary writer, creator of incredible characters like Blade, Cyborg, Nightwing, Starfire. Like, we don't have enough time to go through every single character this man has helped create. Been with DC over 50 years, and best known for his Crisis on Two Earths run, his new Teen Titans run with George Pérez. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Marv Wolfman.
Hi. Is this on?
It's on. We can hear you.
Okay.
Welcome.
My pleasure.
This
is exciting. My pleasure. You can tell I'm not a professional.
Oh, no, yeah. You're a professional, trust me.
Not in front of the camera.
Last year, you brought Cyborg back to us, and now this year, like a month ago, you basically brought the Superman that I wish I saw on screen. This is just me. Man and Superman.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about Man and Superman, because he's so human in this story.
First of all, I was amazed at how we have received only incredible reviews on this. I was worried when I wrote it because Superman himself is not in it. Clark is in it, Lois is in it, other people are in it, but not Superman. And I wasn't sure how the readers would take it, but we've had 100% positive reviews, which means somebody here is going to go out and post a bad one just to prove me wrong. What I was trying to do was tell the story of the first weeks of Clark leaving Smallville and coming to Metropolis, and realizing although he has all these incredible powers, and he knows how to use them, he doesn't know how to use them practically. How you stop things, how you have problems. He's failing and making mistakes all the time because he knows how to fly, but he doesn't know how to use that yet. He's still a kid who's never left Smallville. He's coming to Metropolis, and it's a completely different world to him.
It's like he can fly, but he can't pay rent.
Yep. So I wrote the story in 2006.
Wow.
It was drawn in 2006, but the magazine it was supposed to be in was canceled before we even got to it. And there's never been a format that worked, that we could publish all 4 issues, which is a complete story. It was never intended to continue after that, but all 4 issues in one volume until just now. So you can actually get the entire story in one volume, a lot cheaper than if you had to buy 4 comics, because 4 comics today was about $16, $4 each, right?
Yeah.
And it's $9.99. So you're saving an awful lot of money by buying it this way. You
don't have to give us a discount price, Marv. We're buying the comic.
Good, okay. I believe it's one of, if not the best story I've ever done.
Wow,
so I'm really, really proud of it.
Why this one? I mean, you've written so many. I mean, you've written over 50 years even of different iterations of Superman. Why this comic? Why do you think this one is the one?
I got into comics because of Superman. I saw the TV show when I was 5 years old, the first time it was run, not the 403 run. And it's always been the character that's been in the back of my mind, the one that I've come back to repeatedly over the years. I've done runs of Superman every decade. And I think this is sort of the culmination of everything that I believe Superman should be. And I was given the freedom to do the story exactly the way I thought it should be. And that's a very, very rare thing to get. And I'm so proud because it actually touched every base I wanted it to touch. It did exactly what I was hoping to do. Usually you go, you write a book, you like it, it comes back 3 months later when it's printed, and you go, I screwed that up, I didn't do that well, I didn't, yeah, whatever. And in this case, I've now read it over several years, and there's not a word I would change.
So you're really proud of this one?
I'm really proud of it. And I put my money where my mouth is, in that I charge $5 a signature. That book I don't charge anything for. That's the only book I do free, all the time.
Wow. Okay. Now,
Man and Superman.
So that's the one that we have to get.
Yeah.
And let's talk about, so you've done some amazing work and collaborated with some amazing people like George Pérez.
Yes.
In that whole Crisis run, what was your favorite storyline? What's your favorite arc?
What's the favorite? It's hard to point out which is the favorite story because, you know, it all runs as one story. But in truth, the two controversial deaths were the most satisfying for me because we made sure that the characters, Supergirl and Flash, spoiler warning, sorry, that we dealt with them in a way that the readers would remember and care. A lot of people came back later and said that's the best Supergirl story they had read. What a shame she had to die. Well, you know, that's how you got that story. But those two I was very proud of. But I like the entire series of Crisis. It was something I worked on for several years before we finally did it.
What's it like seeing so many of your characters on the screen, big and small, like Teen Titans and even
Little
Bullseye?
Teen Titans and Big Teen
and
Titans.
Big Teen Titans. Which do you prefer?
I like them both because I love the comedy. I can watch Teen Titans Go and just laugh the entire time because it's so hysterically funny and dumb, but smart dumb. It's really smart dumb, and if you watch the show, you know that. The Teen Titans second tier up, the slightly older ones, they're really good stories. They're good adaptations of what George and I did. And then now we have the live action show for adults. And that's really, that was such a surprise to me because I didn't see it until just before you guys saw it. And I didn't know what to expect. And I'm going, my God, this is really good. You know, I wish I had thought of that line.
So you like all three iterations?
I love them all, yeah. I'm very lucky with Titans. All the people who have done Titans have succeeded and done it well. Deathstroke, everybody who's played Deathstroke has done it very well. And Issei Morales is the new Deathstroke for next season. I'm trying to remember some of the others. Black Cat is supposed to come out next year. Bullseye you've seen, both in the Daredevil movie and on the Daredevil TV show.
What did you think of the Bullseye that was in the Netflix show?
That's what I was saying. I thought he was great.
You thought that was good, okay.
Blade, of course. I thought Wesley did a wonderful job with Blade. And, you know, I've been very lucky. I can't think of any of the adaptations yet that I didn't like. And
it's funny, I was thinking about this before we came up here, and you have been behind so many characters that are on TV and screen, and when I go back and think of Blade, because I'm of the, I don't care if it's unpopular or not, I think Blade is the beginning of the MCU. Fight me. And so when I look at the MCU, I kind of think you're kind of the father of the MCU because it started with Blade.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the one that showed that comics can be done for an older audience and be done intelligently. That first Blade is so much out of the Tomb of Dracula comic that I wrote. It was sort of amazing to see it. I was on the set the first day, and during the bloodbath sequence, and that was like, oh my God, this is incredible. And oh yeah, the floor is really sticky.
With all the fake blood.
Yeah, with all that fake blood, because the guys had to walk through a shower of blood coming down on them.
The blood that was coming down on the ceiling.
And it would get all over the stage, and you try to walk, and you're stuck to it. Yeah.
So you were literally in a scene from your comic. Yeah. That's incredible. When you think back, is there one character besides Superman that really, really resonates with you, that you're really proud of?
Superman's the one that I most care, that I got into comics because of and care. All the ones that I created over the years with George or on my own or with other creators, some of them you just are never sure if it's going to work or if it's not going to work. You have no idea where it's going to be, and you're so happy when it works. But I've had a lot of characters that, as much as I like them, they just never came together. So you never know. But I've been pretty lucky so far. Characters like Deathstroke, Keep On, and so many of the others.
Now, you're not running out of stories. We've got more comics that you're going to be writing for us, right?
Well, I'm working on novels right now, and I hope we do. I think something's coming up, but I can't talk about it. But right now, the stuff I can talk about is that I'm working on a novel.
Thank you so much for joining us, Marv.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you. And stay tuned. Up next, the Aew Wrestlers, the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega will be here. And just stick around and continue to watch syfy.com/cons. We have so much more to show you this weekend, and we are your home for all things geek. And if you're following us at home, definitely use hashtag C2E2 and hashtag